I'm not even sure if this motherfucker is on me. It ain't got no reversible mirror and shit. But I was getting a strong channel to share a bit of information with y'all pertaining to magnetic thought. A lot of people have it misconstrued on what the law of attraction is, and it's been fluffed up as a bunch of like make money bullshit and whatnot. But it's also like a gift and a curse. It's think of like Wishmaster, for example, right? So if you are asking for a certain amount of blessing without a certain amount of work internally, then that blessing is going to be squandered. Um, so what I'm saying by that is, like, for example, okay, sleep is the cousin of death, right? They talk about sleep being the cousin of death. So when you go to sleep, you realize what I watch before I go to sleep really fucks with my dreams. Or if I drink this before I go to sleep, I get nightmares. I eat this before I go to sleep, I have pleasant dreams. Like, so somewhere you understand, like, the last state of mind you cross over in is going to translate that experience. Another thing, for examples, oh yeah, excellent. So, for example, let's say, you know, y'all knocking busies and whatnot, and shorty got her head like shoved between her legs or whatever, and she's thinking like, take me to the promised land, right? Or some shit. I don't know what you kids be doing these days, but she's saying like her go-to places and whatnot. So now, one aspect of that, because that could be the same pleasure but different courses of reaction. So one pathway of that is, I want to go to the promised land, and then the moment you pass, like, that was your last thought, your last focus was heaven, you made it to heaven. But if in the back of your mind you have all of this unresolved programming that makes you, as soon as you do something positive or say something positive about yourself, you beat yourself down. For example, take me to the promised land, but in the back of your mind, how do I deserve to be to the promised land when my ankles is over my head right now, my weave all getting knocked out? Like, you understand? So now they say when you die you get a boost of DMT. I don't know how that plays in the magnetic sphere or whatever the fuck y'all geometrists, quantumists consider that shit. But then but if sleep is the cousin of death, and the last state of mind is the one that's gonna carry over, then you have a pretty line correlation there. And I know that sounds like some freaky shit, but even that is like being condemnation. And then even when we start embracing our own like sacral kundalini sexual power, we instantly go to like hot girl summers and I hit anyways, and that don't lead to nothing but a bunch of me tools and all this shit, dog. So that's just an exaggeration. It's no, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Hot girl summer is a very powerful thing. It's reminding sisters who forgot that they have so much power within such a simple thing. Like, for example, I mean, like I said, it sounds like we talking about some kinky shit. Y'all could see how motherfucking powerful y'all is after you done spent the night with a nigga. Get him to go round two. You gonna instantly see how fucking powerful you are. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker be dead. Motherfucker be out like a Snorlax or something, man. So, another way of saying that, for example, now, like I said, it sounds like some freaky shit, but let's go back to what the Kundalini is. Kundalini is the serpent energy. Where does that rest? That rests right above your sexual organs. And you build that fire up till you get it to your mind. Because the clit or the dickhead is the motherfucking pineal gland just upper level, lower level, and a bunch of brains in between. You know what I'm saying? Brains are overrated. So, you know what I'm saying? So the Kundalini energy rests right above the sexual organs, right? So, and the symbol of that was the serpent, right? And don't mind me, none of this is written down right now. So the symbol of that is the serpent. So then, what is the figurehead? No pun intended. For feminine proudness and energy, Medusa. A nigga can't even look at her without going hard. So you know that they had a taker. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and another way of saying that still is like, look at the motherfucker Shiva, right? Motherfucker got a motherfucking snake around his neck. You know what I'm saying? He's saying I elevated my Kundalini powers to that level where I like speak nothing but my profound truth and all that shit, right? What was his fucking symbol? It was the linga, which is a phallus, which y'all should fucking know by now instead of all the little kid shit y'all be playing with. You know what I'm saying? And for those who don't know, motherfucking dick. His motherfucking symbol is a dick. The motherfuckers pour coconut milk over the motherfucker. Um, I don't even think they get the humor of it all, because life is a joke. So his symbol is that. Now you go to his counterpart. You have Shiva, and then you have Shita, but also in her primordial state. Because remember, we're going back into chaos. Sexual energy is chaotic. You could plan a whole day out, but when you get that good, all plans go out the window. Like Mike Tyson said, everybody got a strategy till they punched in the face. You know what I'm saying? Please don't be punching each other in the face. Alright, so alright, so you go to his counterpart Kali, her symbol is the yoni. So that's the uterus. That's some good old fashioned pussy, right? Which we all came through that gateway. Or as they say, triple darkness. Yeah. So now Kali, she rages and rages, and then like she is only calmed when she is on top of Shiva. Until then, her energy is just really burning through everything, reclaiming. Because another aspect of Kali, to give more perspective on it, even more well connected deity that I work with is Nemesis. Now, if you look through the Encyclopedia of Gods and Goddesses, which my circle got in rotation right now, you will realize that another name for Nemesis is the Black Face Goddess. And then in another aspect of it, motherfucking the Japanese version of Power Rangers, Pandora representing Tiamat, she came from Nemesis, so Nemesis representing that primordial mother that is beyond like personality definitions, because that's what these titans represent, something that's beyond like the personality, because we're talking about chaos. You've been built so deeply into a character that when you're thinking, you have all of this negative programming to really, that just rattles the shit you got going on. Because you say, I'm going to be this way, but then you say, society wants me to be that way. And we say, destroy society by doing this internal fucking work. Because another fucking shooting and another fucking Molotov cocktail ain't finna do it. Call it what it is. It's been hundreds of years of that shit. And it just got quieter and quieter until we become fucking robots, literally. Or zombies. They might do the robots first and then the zombies. That way they could be robots first, and that way, they have a better chance at us being zombies and ununified. Because if they was just robots, we'd fuck around and just pull the plug on their shit. I mean, our history has the just way over those that y'all want to call in power. Y'all should be like those we give power to, because it's really your thinking. Government, like anything with mint means mine. Men means mine. And we were created in the image of God. God is mine. Word was one with the God. Yeah. So where do you speak most of your words? Most motherfuckers speak their words in their head. Like, You always talking with yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really control those conversations you're having with yourself, and you do that with journaling. You could do that with affirmations around, but you want to make it short, and if possible, you want to make sigils, and that's gonna be straight to the image, but that requires a certain level of concentration. So you're gonna want to do meditation. So what you're gonna do is you meditate, hey, maybe 5-10 minutes a day. You know what I'm saying? And then just work your way up as you're able to. Do it do it so it feels natural. Don't do it and make it a task. It will not reward you that way, because in the back of your mind you're gonna go, and what results is that gonna get you? You always thinking about ain't shit niggas. That's gonna get you ain't shit niggas. Bitches ain't shit. You ain't gonna get one that's worth anything. You know what I'm saying? So you wanna, I mean, sigils, you remove the vowels, and then you take the letters that are remaining, you make a layered symbol of that, adjust it as you see fit, but then just charge it. You know what the sentence is. You just charge it. You just charge it by meditating on it, and trick it out how you want to. Customize these things. It's your experience. So so then when you see the sigil throughout your days, you don't have to think about the sentence no more. You just see the image, and you know what I'm saying? And then, like, the best thing to do with stuff like that is, like, make small obtainable goals so that you could journal those too, so that you could see the results and you create your own history. We have to create our own history. We've been misled about what our history is. We have entered a state of amnesia, and it is important that we instill our own line of history that our future selves can draw from, because we are in fact time travelers. You move through time, don't you? So your past self and your future self are at one, working with this person now. Now, for some that may not be true because they're not that unified, but you are trying to get the three-headed dragon to one body here. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about that Godzilla movie too. But we're trying to get that three-headed dragon to one body here. So then what I'm doing now will justify where I'm at in my future, and that will justify what's going on in my past. You see how we time travel. You see how those memories back then could go from sour to sweet, and how sweet memories could turn bitter when you just think of the same thing. So what is changing your reality here? It's your personal experience. It's not your emotions. And it's not what society is telling you to be. It is what you dictate for yourself, because you are a magnetic being. And you need to operate as one, man. You keep the north shit north, the south shit south, and you prove what it's all about. The motherfucking magnets they used to have was in the shape of a fucking U. That's you, motherfucker. Like, so, yeah. That's just little things, man. Get to it. One.